I'm Jared, and this is the BFIBs Almanac. We've got another up and down series for the Cardinals. Frustrating again. Plenty of stats to get into, so let's dig in. After a disappointing season with the Pirates, the Cardinals traveled down to Atlanta for a 3-game series with the Braves and promptly turned things around on Tuesday with a 14-3 win, which was very fun to watch. Jack Flaherty went 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. I think he would be the first to admit that it wasn't the cleanest outing for him. Again, he didn't go all that deep, but 6 innings is better than we've been seeing from many of the starters. But he would, I'm sure, admit he was a little disappointed with his sharpness. But still, only 3 earned runs and got the win there. So what we did get to see was Gallegos and Leone and Gregerson each going 1 inning pitched with 2 strikeouts from Gallegos and Leone and 1 strikeout from Gregerson and no walks, 1 walk from Leone. So a good outing by the bullpen on Tuesday, and the offense went off. We had Ozuna, Molina, and Wong each with 3-run homers, and Fowler added a solo shot. Yachty and Karp both had some doubles, and the team only left 5 on base and was 6 for 10 with runners in scoring position. 14 hits on the night, 7 walks. So great bounce-back performance from the offense, great performance from the pitching, led to a 14-3 win. There was the up. Unfortunately, there was going to be a down. Wednesday, they followed that up with a 4-0 loss. Waka pitched 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. 1 of them was earned. He had his own error. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a home run to Austin Riley, the young prospect for the Braves, who apparently is a home run hitting machine. He had, I think they said, 14 home runs in AAA this season already. Now he's got his first in the big leagues, which was also his first hit in front of his hometown and his hometown team, the Braves, and his family was there to watch, so that was very cool. And actually, tonight in his second game, he was 3 for 3. I can't remember if he's had a 4th at bat yet. I've actually got the game on currently. It's in the 8th inning. We'll get to that. All right, so we already said Waka's performance was not as good. It wasn't a horrible outing. I mean, he only gave up 2 runs, 1 of them earned, but it just wasn't a very clean outing by him. Berebia and Gallegos each had 1 inning pitched, 2 strikeouts, no walks, no runs, so very good outing by them. But then John Gant came in and pitched 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs on a home run. He did have 2 strikeouts. So overall, the bullpen was looking good there. Gant did hang the 1 changeup and gave up a home run. But other than that, they looked solid. So that's 2 games in a row where the bullpen looked very good. 1 coming in a blowout win and 1 coming in a disappointing loss. The offense on Wednesday only had 3 hits, 5 walks, but 6 strikeouts. They left 7 on base, and they were 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. So even though they weren't really doing much against the starter, Soroka, they were able to get some guys on and get some guys in scoring position. They just couldn't chain anything together. So, hold on. Matt Carpenter just hit a home run. So now this is on the Thursday night game, the finale of the series. So you get a little bit of running commentary. So Carp hit his 5th home run. It's now 9-2. We'll get into this game in just a second. As we mentioned, Soroka was the starter on Wednesday for the Braves. He only allowed 3 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and he basically just shut us down. He kind of handled us very easily. He is now 4-1 on the year with a 0.98 ERA. So he is the pitcher that we kind of worried about going into this series. The guy who was going to potentially shut us down, and he did just that. We did not look effective against him, just couldn't get anything going, and really couldn't do much of anything against the bullpen either. So another frustrating up and down performance. Up on Tuesday, down on Wednesday. And we hoped that they could close out the series with a win, winning the series on Thursday, which is currently going on right now as I record this. But into the top of the eighth, the score, like I said, is now 9-2. Atlanta does not look like the Cardinals are going to pull this out. Through the sixth, it was 8-1. Wainwright got the start today. He only went 4 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts. He did not look sharp from the first inning. He just was walking way more than usual. Pitches out of the zone. Guys were hitting him, squaring him up. Just kind of looked like what we are afraid we're going to see on and off from Wainwright, which is these bad outings where he's just ineffective. He no longer has the velocity to get guys out with speed, so he's got to rely on location, and if he doesn't have that location, he's going to be in a lot of trouble, which is what happened tonight. Walks when he was out of the zone and hits when he was in it. So this was hopefully a blip from Wainwright. He has definitely been one of our best pitchers. I got to give him credit. As much grief as I've given him over the last couple of years, and I was prepared for him to have already been yanked out of the rotation by now, he has definitely been one of our steadier pitchers. So I got to give him props, but tonight he didn't have it. I have to wonder if it was some of the yips maybe from pitching in front of the Braves crowd where he's from. He was in the Braves organization before the Cardinals got him. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but could just be coincidence. Tyler Webb pitched 1 1/3 innings, 1 earned run, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Gregerson came in and pitched 2/3 of an inning, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. So not a good outing by Gregerson, though he did have a decent outing, like we said, on Tuesday. And then Leone came in. I believe he gave up another run and didn't look all that great. But again, he was really good on Tuesday when Gregerson was too. So these guys, it's this up and down performance again, this inconsistency from the bullpen and inconsistency from the starting rotation for that matter. That's really been, well, everything's been the issue, but inconsistency with the offense, the starting pitching, the relief pitching. About the only thing that we can't complain too much about has been the defense. Overall has been pretty solid. So, yeah, it's just more of the same with the Cardinals. They've been up and down, up and down. Ozuna did hit a home run tonight before Carp hit his, so that was good to see. The problem is we had a runner on, and DeYoung hit into a double play to erase any of the runners on base. So what could have been 2 guys on for Ozuna's home run became nobody on and a solo shot. So frustrating, but that's just baseball, I guess. So to kind of get back to this up and down performance, just in the month of May, the Cardinals have had 7 games of 0 or 1 runs. And if we include tonight, let's see, what are they at? Oh, this will be the outlier. So they've got a couple runs tonight. So before tonight, they had 7 games of 0 or 1 runs, and they had 7 games of 5+ runs, and no games with 2, 3, or 4 runs. So that's kind of that all or nothing up and down. So there was no in between. You know, they scored a few runs, but it wasn't enough to win. It was either no runs or 1 or 5+. And we even mixed in a 17-run performance in there and a 14-run performance in there. Several 6-run and 5-run games in there. But until tonight, no 2, 3, or 4 runs. So we'll see if they can tack on a little bit more and turn this into one of those 5+ run nights, but it's not looking like it. So this will be the outlier. They have not had any of these in-between games. It's literally been all or nothing. So that's obviously plays into the up and down performance. When you're scoring 5, 6, 10, 11, 17 runs, whatever, you're going to win that game. And when you're scoring 0 or 1, you're going to lose those games. And that's what we're seeing is this up and down. So looks like in the bottom of the 8th, Leon is back out again. And on the first pitch of the inning, he just gave up a solo home run to Freeman, of course. More inconsistent performance from the relief pitching. Frustrating to see, demoralizing, I'm sure, for the players. They just want to get out of town at this point and head to Texas, which is where they're going next. So coming up, they've got a 3-game series in Texas, who is 19-22, so a few games under 500. Not that much worse than the Cardinals. We'll get to our record here in a minute. And then we come home after this weekend road series next week for a Tuesday-Wednesday 2-game series with the Kansas City Royals. The Royals are 15-29, not looking very good this year. Hopefully we can beat up on them, but so far we have not shown the ability to do that against the lowly teams. So we'll see. After that 2-game home series with the Royals next week, we've got 3 more at home against these Atlanta Braves. So we're going to see them again real soon, and hopefully we look better in that home series than we do in this road series. All right, so to close it out, we're going to look at the standings. So the Cubs are still in first with a 25-15 record. Now they're currently in a rain delay with Cincinnati, and they are losing 3-2. So we'll see how that game ends up. But currently they're still in first. The Brewers are in second, 1 game back with a 27-19 record. The Cardinals, after tonight, will be 4 games back of the Cubs with a 23-21 record. The Pirates are also 4 games back at 21-19, but they play tonight against San Diego, so tomorrow they might be 4.5 back, or they could be 3.5 back. And then it all depends on what the Cubs do too. The Reds are currently in last place in the division with a 19-24 record, but again, they are currently winning against the Cubs in a rain delay, 3-2, so we'll see how that ends up. But either way, the Cardinals and Pirates are right in the middle of the division, several games back, either 3.5 or 4.5. And, they're not looking solid. So far, the month of May has been rough for the Cardinals. They went from first place by a few games, looking good in the driver's seat, to just not looking like a competitive team at all. Again, with this up and down, one day they look totally dominant, and then the next, they just look completely overmatched like a last place team. So hopefully we can get a little bit more consistency. Dexter Fowler just made a nice play in center field on a nice sliding grab. I do feel a little bad for Harrison Bader. He has not really seen much of the field. He was being used in these late game defensive replacements, and I haven't seen as much of that lately. And if Fowler keeps making plays in center the way he has, there's really no reason to swap out Bader. But I do think we're going to see a little more of him. Schilt does seem to be pretty good about giving guys opportunities. But and now here we have in the, I guess it's the bottom of the 8th, Jordan Hicks is coming in. So they were talking on the game how he had not seen very much action at all recently. He hasn't had a single save opportunity in the month of May. So he's not coming in for saves. I forget if he must have had an appearance in May. I didn't get a chance to look that up. But it's been a while since we've seen him. He hasn't had any save opportunities, and tonight he's just getting some work. As much as you'd love to save him for the series against Texas, I think they need to keep him sharp. So we'll see how he does tonight. So anyway, that's pretty much all I've got. Again, we've had this, I keep using the word frustrating, up and down performance, all or nothing. I keep thinking this is going to even out, and we're going to start seeing more of these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 run games where, they put up enough to win. The pitching, can still afford to give up 2 or 3 runs, but the offense comes through and holds it. And it seems like we're not getting that. It's crush them one night, get blanked the next. So I think it's going to change. We still haven't seen Carp really get going, other than he's got this home run tonight, but He's got to get more consistent. I think as he gets more consistent offensively, we're going to see more from Goldschmidt as he's got runners on in front of him. And it's all going to just sort of snowball, and the offense will get locked in. So until then, we're going to keep paying attention, keep watching. I'm going to keep writing down stats of just how bad they're doing and hopefully not have too much to complain about. But all right, that's all I've got. I appreciate you listening. I'm going to be planning on going to the Kansas City games for sure next week. I'm sure at least one of the weekend games with the Braves. So I will be there definitely for the day game on Wednesday. It's 12:15 start. So if you're there, look me up and we'll hang out. All right, until then, I'm Jared, and this is the BFIBs Almanac.